everyone and good day. Welcome back to Research Methodology course. Today, we're gonna look at topic 2, which is planning a research study. So the learning outcomes of this lecture, at the end of this class, a student should able to find research questions and a relevant research topic. Let's look at subtopic 1, steps in planning a research study. Okay, what is the steps to plan a research? Okay, so let's look at the first step. Okay, the first step is to formulate a research problem. You need to identify what is your interest and then do some exploration on the subject that you are interested into. Then you need to formulate a research problem from the subject area. Okay, and then after that, you need to do conceptualizing a research design. So you need to identify what is the research design that you want to do. Is it using the quantitative or qualitative and so on, right? And then after that, you need also to construct instrumentation, experimental setup, testing procedures, and data collection. You need to find, what is the instrumentation that you need to use, for your research. What is the setup, what the experimental setup, what is the procedure, what is the software, and then what kind of data collection that you need to collect, for the research. So you need to identify all that. And then after that, what you need to do is, the next step is to write a research proposal. To write a research proposal, you need to complete step 1 until step 3. Right. After you do a research proposal, then you need to carry out the research by doing experimental work, or by doing simulation, or by collecting data from the field, by doing survey and so on, right? And then the next step is after you carry out the experiments and then do simulation, for sure you will get a set of data. When you have the set of data, you need to process the data and also analyze the data, right? And then finally, from the data, and also from the analysis of the data, you need to report all the outcomes or the findings that you get from your research. So the next one is actually which is the final process of research, which is writing a research report. So a research report can be written in a form of research paper or technical paper or thesis. So these are the forms of the report that you can write. So usually for final year student, you need to do technical paper and also FYP thesis. So that's the steps in planning a research study. Let's look at structure of typical research project. What is the typical research project? What is the structure? The first one is you need to review your subject area or your interest area to find problem area. And then you need to investigate the problem, and then define the research problem. After you define your research problem, so you need to do a study on the background of the theoretical of the study area. Also investigate relevant research method for the research problem. Okay, what is the research method to solve the research problem? And then after that, you need to also do the proposal. Okay, to explain the research project and also the timeline of your research. Okay, after you prepare your proposal, okay, you need to go through a approval session. Okay, to go through a approval session. Okay, some call research defense proposal. Okay, so you need in the research defense proposal there are several examiners, okay, that will evaluate your proposal. Okay, and then from the evaluation, okay, and also the comments from the examiner, you need to improve your proposal accordingly. Okay, and then you can continue your research, okay, to the next level. Okay, so let's look at the next step after the approval of the proposal. So you need to start to carry out a detailed research background of your study. Okay, and also to refine the research problem. And you also need to do some write up for your research background, and then explore methods for the data collection and analysis. Okay, you need to explore more detail on the methods that you want to carry out for your study, and also data collection and data analysis. Part of that, okay, you need also to describe, okay, how does the research method that you want to use, okay, to describe it more detail. After you have identified the methods, you carry out the research, you will get the data and then compile the data and analyze the data. After the analysis of the data, so you need to do the report by writing up a report, by writing up the outcomes of the research that you have already obtained, by writing up the findings that you obtain from your research, and then draw conclusion of your research. After that, you can disseminate the results. Okay, if you can give others to read your thesis. If you publish your research work, so you can give people your overview on your research, okay, the findings of your research, and then this will indicate the areas that need further studies, and then for sure if you get the outcomes, probably there are improvement that are needed, requires others to further the study. This cycle will continues until the research problem totally solved. Thank you for listening. So see you on the next topic. Bye.